field. Ooh, ah. Moving on the ball field. Ooh, ah. And that's the steep-ass hill that I slid down once, right into the tree line. Fun times. Charles went to lunch and left me out here all alone by myself, so I'm gonna try not to get lost. I'm here. I'm fine. I didn't get lost. We did get a little muddy. More on that later. Here on Wednesday, August the 21st. I just looked at that. Wednesday, August the 21st. Yes. So, I mowed. Can you tell? And I'm finally sitting down, which is why Minx is going crazy with the grooming and the snaggles and the snuggle pusses. Because I came in and I, of course, showered off and got me some chicken taquitos, some $4 chicken taquitos going. Got some laundry going, because it's like, I couldn't really put it off any longer. Since I ended up kind of dusty and dirty today. More grassy and dirty than anything, but... And then I cleaned the cat boxes, and now I'm finally sitting down to make today's video, to answer a question. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, that's what we did. That got a little crazy, didn't it? Whee! Sometimes I fidget a lot, so. But anyway, yes, I am ready for taquitos. I think Minxie is ready for taquitos. So, let's see what to question is for today. What is my biggest temptation? Probably food. Food, like, food. It's gotta be it. 'Cause it's like, you know, well, I mean, my second DoorDash, 'cause, you know, my McDonald's didn't work out, since they didn't send me my collector's cup. But then it was like, I had like $18 in credit on DoorDash, so I'm like, I can order food again. And then, you know, with my tip, it came out to like $8.22, whatever, you know. So, and that was pretty super cheap, but it was still extra money that I probably shouldn't have spent, especially since we're getting ready to go on vacation in a couple weeks. And then, like, yeah, there again, on the way home the other day, I'm like, let me order a drink at Sonic, and then I'm like, oh wait, maybe let me get some food too. So, yeah, I'm gonna say food is probably my biggest temptation, because it's like I always want to DoorDash. It's like, even when I shouldn't. I mean, usually I'm pretty good. Like, if I shouldn't be though I shouldn't be DoorDashing right now either, because, you know, like I said, getting ready to go on vacation. I need to save, you know, money, you know, that $18 that I spent, or $8 that I spent, you know, well, that wouldn't buy a meal, but, you know, the money I spent at Sonic definitely would have bought me a meal on the trip somewhere, you know, because that probably came out to like $16 maybe. I don't know. I can't remember how much it came out to. And you know, that's money I could be buying myself a lunch or a dinner on the trip, whatever. You know, I could be buying food on the trip. But then I wouldn't have had Sonic, so that would have been disappointing, right? So I mean, sometimes I want to say collectibles, but I mean, there's been a lot of Funko Pops that I haven't bought, even though I've wanted to. Like right now, they finally marked down the 3-pack of the ETs. That's a Walmart exclusive. It's $20. But they've been sitting there for months and months and months, and there's still a whole bunch of them sitting there. There's like 5 or 6 sitting there, like, that people are not buying. So I'm like, maybe they'll knock the price down a little bit more. Or like there was some collectible thing. It's kind of like the old Muscle Men, or like the Monster in My Pocket, whatever. They have those of Batman, and there's like blind bags that you can get that has, you know, random figures in it or whatever. But there's this set that looks like Wayne Manor, and it has like a whole bunch of them in it. I haven't sold a single one. There's still the same 4 that there was. There was an end cap of collectibles back in the electronics department, and those 4 were sitting there. And now those same 4 are sitting back in the clearance aisle for $15, and I'm like, maybe they'll mark those down a little bit further. Like, I'm just kind of biding my time, just waiting. I'm like, maybe they'll knock the price down a little bit more before they'll probably just like send them back or something. Sometimes they do that. It's like I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting, and then all of a sudden they disappear. I'm like, shit, you know. Because they've sent them back to wherever it is they send them back to. I don't know. I'm not involved in any of that, so I don't know what the... I think there's if you go down to Bentonville, which is the home economics of Walmart. No, the home plate, home city, home base. I'm trying to say home base. The home base of Walmart is Bentonville, Arkansas. And I've heard that there's like a store down there that has a bunch of clearance stuff that nobody wants. But you can only go in if you're an associate. I mean, even family members can't get in. Like, you have to be an associate to get into this like bargain basement clearance store. But apparently it has a lot of shit in it that, like, I mean, they didn't sell it anywhere else. So they're apparently not selling it down in the super bargain bin clearance shop at Bentonville either. Trying. I don't know what they do from there. If they just like donate it to the fucking trash bin, to the landfill, maybe. But anyway, so I can usually do without buying collectibles. If I have extra money, those are certainly a temptation, but I will buy DoorDash. I will DoorDash something before I will buy a collectible if I am short on money. So food definitely is higher in the hierarchy of the patriarchy of the Meshuggah. I don't know. So food is my biggest temptation, I will say. Speaking of that, I need to go get my taquitos. But yes, while I was mowing today, I'd never mowed inside the ball fields at West Park. That was West Park, by the way. I don't know if I've ever filmed anything out there. I know I've done the soccer field. I've filmed a couple different places, but I don't know if I'd ever filmed out at West Park. But that was West Park. And there's the inside of the ball fields. I'd never mowed the inside of the ball fields before. But I mean, I guess if you mow over by that ball field, it has the same issue outside of the ball field, back in that back corner. I thought it was a puddle, and I was like, because I could see there was like really tall weeds over there. And I was like, oh, well, we haven't had a whole lot of rain recently. Like, that's got to be pretty dry over there. Because I mean, we did have some rain yesterday. Like I said, we were loading up the chairs in the rain, but that wasn't a whole lot of rain. It wasn't like a huge monsoon storm or anything. So I was like, that's got to be pretty dry. That corner's got to be pretty dry. And then like I saw like standing water, and I was like, oh, and I started to turn, and yeah, I almost got stuck back there because I was like, oops. And then I was talking. Charles saw, because I got mud all over the mower, and he was like, you find some mud or something. I can't remember exactly what he said. And I was telling him, it's like, oh yeah, I misjudged that back corner back there, and he was like, oh shit. He's like, apparently that's like an irrigation system or something. Like that's runoff from somewhere else. So apparently there's like a permanent puddle there in that corner. So it was not going to be dry. It was not going to be dry. Ever. So at least if I'm ever mowing the inside of the ball field at West Park again, I will know. And just so that you can see how it turned out, this is how it turned out. I'll see you for what I see you. So that is not dry. It's still a bit of a puddle. Let's see if I can get myself over here without getting stuck. Yes, let me drive that way for you without covering it up. That was me. That was my fault. I got it a little muddy.